Hello, my dear children. How are you all? I'm sure you all are having a great time at home. Children, I welcome you all to today's English class. Students, till now, we have covered quite a number of grammar topics. Yes, we have learnt about nouns, then kinds of nouns. We know about pronouns also. We have done articles. We have also learnt about adjectives. But there is one important area that we have not still touched. Yes, tenses. Tenses is the area of English grammar that we are going to start today. And do you know, children, tenses form or comprise of a very important part of our language. They are, in fact, the foundation of our language. Foundation means base. You know, if our knowledge of tenses is correct or appropriate, we can form any number of paragraphs or sentences grammatically correct. Right? So it is very important to know and learn tenses. So first of all, let us understand what are tenses. See, before we learn about something, we should know what is it and why are we learning it. So, what are tenses? Of course, that question must have come in your mind also. Right. Yes. Children, the tense of a verb shows the time of an action or happening, whether it is in the present, past, or future. What does it mean? The tense of a verb. First of all, we should understand what is a verb. Children, verbs are action words. Action words like I am speaking. So, speak is an action word. Similarly, laughing, crying, then jump. All these are action words, right? In which some action is taking place. So now the tense of a verb, it shows the time of the action or happening. That means it tells us, the tense of a sentence tells us when that action has taken place, whether it is in the present, past, or future. Yes, definitely I am going to tell you about these three terms: present, past, and future. Now, as tenses are the foundation of our language, these present, past, and future, these three are the foundation of tenses. So it's very important to learn them. Children, there are three major tenses in English. Right? In English language, there are three major tenses. These include past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. Each of these tenses can explain that an event that occurred in the past, an event that occurs in the present, or an event that will occur in the future. So it tells us the time of the action. Past means, children, this is a very nice sign that tells us the signs in this signboard, they tell us the actual meaning of past, present and future. Can you see this arrow mark? That is pointing backwards. So past tense means something that has already taken place. Something that has already happened. Right. Present. Present means the current situation. Right now. What happens in present? Future. Future means the arrow is pointing ahead. So future means something that is going to happen in the coming time. Something that has not yet taken place and will happen in the coming time. Right, children? Please understand it word by word. Each word is very important. Yes, we have learned that tenses tell us the time of an action or happening. Right? There are 3 tenses in English language. Past, present and future. So the tense of a verb tells when an action happens. Now present, that means action is now. Now means in the present time. Past, past means action has already happened. Right? And future means action will happen in the future. So, these 3 are the major tenses that we are going to learn. But it's not possible to learn all of them together because there are different rules, different structures for each one of them. So, first things first, today we are going to start with present tense. Right? We are going to start with present tense. Past and future will take up in the coming classes. Right? So present tense. Now present tense has also different types. And today the type that we are going to study or the tense that we are going to study is simple present tense. So we have learned that tense of a verb shows when something happens. Yes, understood till here? Now, what does simple present tense of verbs tell us? And why do you think that knowing the simple present tense of the verb is important to us? Yes, while we are learning something, as I told you, we should know why learning this particular thing is important. Children, it is important for us to know the simple present tense of the verbs so that we will be able to compose correct grammar in speaking and writing. Right? Whenever we speak or whenever we write, the grammar has to be correct. We should be grammatically correct. So, in order to be correct, we should know different tenses. And for that reason, today we are going to start with, yes, simple present tense. Now we have learned that we are going to learn simple present tense. Now, first question that comes to our mind is, when do we use simple present tense? Children, simple present tense is used when we are talking of habits or daily routines or general facts and universal truths. Habit. Habit or daily routine is something, children, that a person does on a daily basis. Right? We all know what is a habit. Similarly, daily routine means whatever you do on a routine basis, on a daily basis, or on a, even if not a daily basis, on a regular basis. Right? Let us have a look at an example. The first example is, I always drink coffee at work. So, that might be the habit of this person or the routine of this person to drink coffee at work. It comes under simple present tense. Next example, she gets up at 7 a.m. every day. Yes, that is her daily routine, that she gets up at 7 a.m. every day. They usually eat dinner at home. Again, something done by them on a regular basis usually means, children, most of the times. So, most of the times they eat dinner at home. So, for all these habits or daily routines, whenever we are talking of habit of somebody or a daily routine of somebody, we make use of simple present tense. Another place or another area where we use simple present tense is when we are talking of general facts or truths. General fact means a fact that is known by almost everyone. Right? Something that is true for all, everywhere. For example, the earth is not flat. That's a fact that the earth is not flat. So, to write this fact, we have made use of simple present tense. The sun rises in the east. Now, children, that's a universal fact, universal truth, that the sun rises in the east, whether you are here in Panipat or maybe you are in Delhi or maybe out of India. So, the sun rises in the east. Universal truth means something, any fact that is true for the entire universe. So, wherever you go, the sun rises in the east. Right? So, we have made use of simple present tense. Water boils at 100 degrees. Yes, water, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees. So, water boils at 100 degrees. That is again a fact. To state the fact, we have made use of simple present tense. So, what we have learned? When do we use simple present tense, children? When we are talking of one, habits, our routine. Next are any general fact or a universal truth. Let's have a look at some more examples. I have just told you that simple present tense is used in several ways to describe both habits or routines. I eat breakfast every morning at 6:30. So that is the routine of this child. So he's saying, I eat breakfast every morning at 6:30. It is also used to tell about things that we do in general. Generally, what is done? Like Americans consume a lot of fast food. That is a general perception about Americans, that they consume a lot of fast food. Frequent activities. Frequent means something that we do quite often. Like I usually play the piano. Right? Regular habits or daily routines, as I told, is use the simple present tense to express the idea that an action is repeated or is usual. The action can be a habit, a hobby, a daily event, or something that often happens. Often means many a times. Right? For example, I play soccer. The school opens every morning at 7 a.m. She always forgets her bag. Every 12 months, the earth circles the sun. Now, the school opens every morning at 7 a.m. That is a daily event. So, we have used simple present tense. He always forgets her bag. So, that is something that usually happens, that he always forgets her bag. Again, we have made use of simple present tense. Every 12 months, the earth circles the sun. Right? Similarly, I eat breakfast every morning at 6:30 and I go to work every day are the examples of simple present tense. Now, second area that we had learned that where we use simple present tense is facts or generalizations. Like simple present tense can also be used to indicate that the speaker believes that a fact was true before, is true now, and will be true in future. Like cats like milk. So that's a fact. Windows are not made of wood. So again, that is what the speaker believes is a fact. Now children, we have learned that when to use simple present tense. But how to form? You have read so many sentences about simple present tense. But how do you know that those sentences were actually in simple present tense? What is the structure? Children, to form simple present tense, we add S to the verb in the third person singular. Now, as all grammar topics are related to each other, so are tenses. Remember, third person singular pronouns, he, she and it. Right? So, to form the simple present tense, we add S to the verb in third person singular. Like if I say I live, but if I have to say he, then I will add S to the verb. He lives. Similarly, she lives. It lives. And the same rule applies to singular nouns also, like Rohan. If you are talking about a singular noun, Rohan, so Rohan lives. I sing. But if we have to talk about third person singular pronoun, it would be he sings. We have added S. She sings. Again we have added S. And it sings. And similarly for Rohan, any name, singular noun, we again add S. Like Rohan sings. But children, as in grammar there are so many exceptions, so we have here. So when the verb ends in O, double S or SH or CH or X, we add ES. Sounds difficult? It is not. Don't worry. I'll give you an example of each one of them. Ends in O. For example, go. I go and he goes. Whenever the verb ends in O, we add ES. Right? When the verb ends in double S, like I kiss, he kisses. So es we have added as the verb ends in double s. When the verb ends in sh, like I watch a movie every Sunday. So, but when I have to talk about third person singular, I would say he watches a movie or she watches a movie every Sunday. We have added es. Similarly, for sh, I wash. But when I am talking about third person singular, he washes his clothes. I wash my clothes. He washes his clothes. Es we have to add. Or she washes her clothes. I fix. When the verb ends in x, again we have to add es. Like he fixes. Right? So we have to keep all 5 of them in mind, that whenever the verb ends in o, double s, sh, ch or x, we have to add es with third person singular pronouns, that is he, she and it. Also with yes, singular nouns. Now another thing. When a consonant followed by y, the y changes into ie and we add s. What does it mean? Let's have a look at an example. For example, I study. That means consonant, remember we have learnt in articles. A, I, and U, I, A, E, I, O, U are articles. Rest all alphabets are consonants. So when a consonant followed by y, that is there in study, then y changes into ie and we add s. So I study, he studies, ies. Right? So be very careful. That's how the spellings change. Now, if a vowel is followed by y, then we add just s, like I play. A is a vowel followed by y, then he or she plays. Then we just have to add s. Right? I hope it is clear. Now, how we form? We have learned how do we form the simple present tense. There are only 2 basic forms for the simple present tense. One that ends with s and other that doesn't end with s. Let's have a recap of all the rules. I sing. You sing. He. Now he is third person singular. So he sings. Similarly, she sings. We have added an extra s. It sings. We sing, and they also will remain in the simple form, that is they sing. In other words, only third person singular subjects he, she and it have to have a verb with s, and that also whether it would be s or it would be double s or it would be es or it would be ies, that would depend on which alphabet the word or the verb ends. So the structure of simple present tense is subject followed by verb, that is first form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Like I speak English at home. You speak English at home. We learn English at home. We can use any of the verbs. They learn English at home. But when we have third person singular, we would say he speaks English at home. She speaks English at home. It learns English at home. Right, children? Let's have a look at few more examples of simple present tense. My son lives in London. My son, it is singular noun. So, lives, we have added S. She plays basketball. She, so we have added S. He goes to football every day. Now, ending in O, that is why we have added ES. He loves to play basketball. It usually rains every day here. It, so we have added S. It smells very delicious in the kitchen. Again, it, that's why we have added S. George brushes her teeth twice a day. Singular noun, so we have added ES because the word ends in SH. He gets up early every day. We have added S because he, third person singular. They speak English in USA. No need to add any S or ES or IES because the subject is they. Now children, I hope you have understood and learnt it well. It's time to do some practice. Yes, a very simple exercise exactly based on what we have learnt today. We have learnt to add S, ES or IES to the verbs. That is what you have to do. It is given on page number 70 of your textbook. You have, grammar book. You have to add S, ES or IES to the verbs given below to make the simple present tense forms of the verbs and then write them in the correct columns. One has been done for you. Eat becomes eats. Teach. Now we have to see ends in CH. So what should come? Right? I'm sure you can do that. Tidy, combination of consonant and Y. What do we add? I remember and I hope you too do that. Go, ends in O and we know. Brush, ends in SH. Hurry, ends in consonant and Y. Very simple exercise. Do it quickly. Another simple exercise for you. Time for a game. Work in groups of 4. Children, this is given on page number 72 of your grammar book. It's not possible to work in groups of 4. You have to look at the pictures and write the correct word to complete the sentences. So, no need to work in groups of 4. You just have to do on your own at your home. Don't rush away to meet your friends, okay? So, you have to look at the pictures and write the correct word. The boy, we can see the action that he's doing. For example, I'll give you one as an example. The boy, he's playing. So, the verb is play. What should we add for singular noun? S. So, the boy plays football. Priya, what is she doing? She's watching television. So, Priya, I'm sure you can do that. The verb watch ends in CH, so be careful. The boys dash their bicycles. She dash an interesting story. They dash at the funny joke. The monkey dash a banana. Yes, you have to look at the pictures and take the verbs from the pictures itself. All the best, and I'm sure you can do all of these. That's all for today, my dear children. Stay safe at your home. Happy learning.